geography? I have no idea. It's learning about God's world. Is it just knowing about mountains and valleys? Of course not. Can geography be fun? Of course. If you look at pictures of reindeer in Finland, is that geography? Yep. If you learn about kids harvesting coffee in Honduras, is that geography? That's right. If you make hummus for a snack, is that geography? You betcha. If you listen to somebody sing a praise song in Haiti, is that geography? Sure is. If you learn about Christians in Thailand, is that geography? Exactly. If you listen to a folk tale about a talking armadillo in Bolivia, is that geography? Now you're talking. Geography sounds fun. It is!
Hi, I'm Mary Evelyn McCurdy. Ray and Charlie Notgrass are my parents. I began working with Notgrass History when we first started the company back in 1999 when I was in high school. Our latest project at Notgrass History is a curriculum that I developed called Our Great Big World, and I'm excited to tell you about that curriculum today. It is a one-year course geared to children in 1st through 4th grade, though of course there's some flexibility there if you have children a little younger, a little older, and you want to incorporate them as well. That works great. I'm a homeschool mom myself. I have 6 children. Our oldest is 13, our youngest is 5 months, and I developed this curriculum with my children and your children in mind. I want them to be excited about the world that God made. I want them to have a grasp of what life is like for kids in other places. A big focus of Our Great Big World is life for modern day Christians around the world. I want children who use this course to feel a connection with Christians in other places. I want them to know a little bit about what it's like to learn about Jesus on a tea garden in Bangladesh, and what it's like to be sharing Jesus on a farm in Honduras. I was able to get in touch with many people around the world who helped me know what life is like where they live. I got in touch with a reindeer farming family in Finland, and I got to know through email correspondence a man in New Zealand who's a homeschool dad and has a sheep farm there. He told me about his family's story, and that's one of the lessons in Our Great Big World. This curriculum is not just what's a mountain, what's a valley, what's the difference between a river and a lake. This curriculum really explores in depth God's great big world, the people who live here, the cultures that people have created, the landmarks they have built, the natural wonders that God has put here for us to enjoy. I'm going to take you on a walk through a sample unit of this curriculum so you can get an idea of what it's like. The first lesson in Unit 8 is Transformation in Twashuka. This tells the true story of a village that has been completely transformed by the gospel. So much so that they changed the name of their village to reflect the new identity. So you read the lesson. Either your child can read it alone or you can read it aloud. Each lesson is richly illustrated with full-color photographs and other illustrations. At the end of each lesson, there is a box that says Activity Ideas. It is up to you as the parent to decide which of these is right to do for each of your children. It doesn't have to be the same for every family. It doesn't have to be the same for every child. These are our activity ideas for this lesson. Find Zambia on your globe. We do recommend that everyone who studies Our Great Big World own a globe so that your children can find each country that you learn about on the globe. Then complete Lesson 22, Zambia, in the Atlas Workbook. Answer the questions for Lesson 22 in the Lesson Review. Color the picture for Lesson 22 in the Coloring Book. Read the introduction to Bayesu Iye in Folk Songs and Stories of Our Great Big World. We have recordings of all of these songs and folk tales on our website, so you get to listen to kids in Zambia in the village of Twashuka singing this song.
Yesu ye, nakabili mwagomba ba Yesu ye, munshira shenu ifya kosa, elo fyanaka ba Yesu ye.
Once a week, there's a creative writing idea. Today, imagine that you are a child in Zambia who is excited to go to school for the first time. In your creative writing notebook, write a letter to a child in a wealthier nation telling why you are excited. As you're studying through the lessons in our great big world, we have 7 literature titles that we suggest you read along with the lessons. Right now, you're in the middle of Akimbo of Africa, so today you're going to read 2 chapters in that book. Let's look at the next lesson, Lesson 23. This lesson tells about Chakma baboons and what troublemakers they are in South Africa. It also features the true story of a baboon who was not a troublemaker, but made himself very useful. At the end of this lesson, again, there's an activity ideas box. Find South Africa on your globe. Complete Lesson 23, Baboon Trip, in the Atlas Workbook. Answer the questions for Lesson 23 in the lesson review. Color the picture for Lesson 23 in the coloring book. Today you have a family activity. The family activity for this week is to make malva pudding, a favorite dessert in South Africa. Read 2 chapters in Akimbo of Africa. Lesson 24, Baobab Trees. You will learn about these fascinating trees that grow on the island of Madagascar and elsewhere in Africa. You will learn about how they are essential for survival for the people of the Mahafali Plateau on Madagascar. At the end of this lesson, the activity ideas are to find Madagascar on your globe, complete Lesson 24, African Islands in the Indian Ocean in the Atlas Workbook, answer the questions for Lesson 24 in the lesson review, color the picture for Lesson 24 in the coloring book, read the introduction to The Legend of the Baobab Tree in Folktales and Songs of Our Great Big World, and then listen to the track. Read 2 chapters in Akimbo of Africa. Take a look at the table of contents and you will see the variety of subjects, the fascinating places, people that you will learn about in our great big world. God has created a great big world for us to enjoy, and I'm really excited to help you take your children on an exploration all around it.